She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Just open my door. Yep. Snow is up to the door. And if you can't see, it's actually still snowing. So, that's how much snow we got. That car is still covered in snow. And I'm just not for the bullshit. Not for it at all. I open my door like, I gotta still walk through the goddamn snow. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Love After Lockup. This is season 1, episode 2. Yes, I love the stupid ass series. I don't know who idea this was to do this kind of series, but it's just fascinating to watch. It's almost like the Seek and Sister Wives show where like people really live like this in real life. Like, it's just so strange or whatever, but I hope everyone is having a great weekend. I am stuck in the house. We had a real ass snowstorm here in Michigan, so yeah, like we were closed for work Friday. We weren't closed. I didn't go to work Friday, because we got like 8 fucking inches of snow, and I was been like catching up on stuff that people had mentioned or whatever. So, yeah, so that's why I'm doing this show, because someone mentioned that I should watch it, and I watched it, and I was like, this shit is crazy. So, episode 2, it go person by person. So we see Garrett and Joanna. Garrett is 24, Joanna's 26. He was in jail for 6 years. They were dating for 4 years. Yes, they started dating. I had to burp. Sorry, excuse me. They started dating after he was in jail. So this is not a couple who were together before he went to jail and they just stuck it out. No. This is the man that she saw on a pen pal website, started writing him, and now they're a whole life couple, and now he out, and she taking him back to the house that she bought for them to live in. And you know what I'm saying? Garrett was a cute little white boy or whatever. He trying to fuck. Let's make that clear. He all in the car with her. He rubbing on her, touching on her. He sucking on. I mean, he like sucking on that neck like it was a goddamn on lollipop. I'm like, he want a popsicle. He want a pickle. One of the two. He just all up on her body and stuff like that. And you know, but he's also saying how he wants to get a job. He wants to be stable. He needs to get a car. Like, he's saying reasonable things that he should be saying getting out of jail. However, Joanna is saying how I just want him to propose to me, you know, as soon as possible. Girl, he been out less than 20 minutes. Calm the fuck down. Let that man breathe. And again, just because you've been dating a man for 4 years who's been in prison, but you ain't know him before, y'all should not rush to get married. Because my thing is, if you're going to talk to a person in prison and you're going to be together when you get out, that's cool. But if you spent 4 prison years together, spend at least 2 real life years together before you marry that person. Because my thing is, you don't want to marry them and then get a fucking divorce, which is probably what happened. So he was saying, like, you know, he needs to get a job and stuff like that. And she was like, well, you know, we can worry about that later. And then he brings up how he can be a massage therapist. Now, I don't know if he did that in prison or if that's something easy that he figured that he can do once he gets out, because you have to be a licensed person to do massages, I believe. And she like, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you rubbing on random people and just touching on their bodies and stuff. And he was like, you know, if they flirt with me, they flirt. Like, it is what it is. You know, let them give me some good tips. And, you know, it'll be fine. And then she's like, well, you know, are you going to wear your wedding ring rubbing on people? And he was like, you know, I could, but would you want me to mess my ring up with all that lotion? I'm like, he says a good point, you know, but it is what it is. So, you know, they get to the house. This is the house that she bought. She bought them a house. She literally bought them a house because he can't rent a house as a prisoner or as an or as a felon. I guess, is that true? Like, I'm not a felon, so I wouldn't know, but can felons, because if a felon can't rent a house, then how are they supposed to live anywhere? That's sad, but you know, whatever. So they get to the house, and of course, he has not had sex in 6 years. So he trying to get it popping. Like, let's be clear, okay? They walk in the house. He sees the little dog, whatever that she got, and he's like, okay, cool. And then, you know, she walking him around the house. Okay, and this is the master bedroom. You like our bed? And he's like, yeah, you know, oh, this mattress feels like marshmallow. You know, it feels so good. And he lays down on his back, and I really think that was his way of telling her, you know, jump on it. But again, they haven't had sex. She supposedly ain't had sex in 4 years. We know he ain't had sex in 6 years since he been in prison. And who knows how much sex he had before he went to jail, because he was only 18. He could be a virgin. Who knows? So he don't seem nervous, but it seems like he don't want to say let's fuck. And she's nervous because she hasn't had sex in 4 years either, and she don't know how to initiate it. But I'm like, if that's your husband, and no husband, if that's your fiance and you love him, be like, look, give me that dick, homie. You know what I'm saying? This something, pull it out. And so she's like, you know what, I'm gonna go get in the shower. You know, you can join me if you want to. And he like, this is my first shower. She's like, really? He like, what is my first shower like with a woman? Because again, he was only 18 when he went to jail. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna be the only woman you ever shower with. Girl, bye. And why she in the shower because he says, is that a shower cap? Who wears a shower cap in the shower with a man when you know y'all finna have sex? You know that's what's finna happen. Girl, get your damn hair wet and get it over with. So they in the shower, and you hear him like, oh yeah, look at my baby, you know, because she has a banging body. Let's, you know what I'm saying, she has a really nice body or whatever, and her face pretty plain. No, she's a cute girl, but it is what it is. But again, I think he's cute. And you know, so they get in the shower, they of course close the door, and they talking. And her confession, though, she's like, our first time, you know, it was quick. You know, he has to get his stamina because he been gone for 6 years. So I just believe the minute he put his in Hertz that it was gonna be some explosions, okay? And it was funny because you heard, "Are you okay?" He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, boy, you didn't do nothing. So I'm like, well, okay, they first time having sex was in the shower. And I guess it's also weird because you have the cameras there. So it's one thing to be with a person and y'all can do whatever, but you had to kind of have sex where they couldn't follow you at, and they couldn't follow in the bathroom. So I'm like, well, okay. So, you know, they didn't have sex or whatever, and they show like a little scene of him with his old cell phone. His phone is from 6 years ago, so how is it even still on? And she wants him to get a iPhone. But again, he probably don't even know what an iPhone is, because 6 years ago, was iPhones even out 6 years ago? Was iPhones out 6 years ago? I mean, I'm assuming they were, but I don't know. I can't remember because I don't really remember. He probably had iPhone 6 years ago. But he not technology savvy. Like, he don't know nothing about technology because it's been 6 years. And, you know, but she want him to get an iPhone so that she can track him. He doesn't even know nothing about being tracked on iPhones. Oh, what is this? Okay, I was tripping. So, yeah, he don't know nothing about being tracked on a cell phone or whatnot. So she do end up getting him an iPhone, and he has no idea it had like this little tracker stuff on it. And then, you know, she was out with her friends, and she was out with her friends at one point, and she was saying like, you know, he doesn't even know that I'm like stalker-ish, and I'm like really controlling. You know, he don't know nothing about me, that, you know, because he was in prison, I didn't really have to show my crazy ways of like wanting to know all the time where a person was, because he was always in jail. Now that he's out of jail, I want to consistently know where he is. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. And, you know, he hit the bar with his friend. He hanging out with his friend for the first time or whatever. And, you know, he like, because the friend like, you know, do you really want to be with her? He like, well, yeah, you know, she stayed down with me for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it work. That ain't the right thing to say, but, you know, it is what it is. And now she texting him, texting, and he not replying. The killing part is he don't realize on an iPhone that when you read someone's message, they know you saw it. He think he just ignore her messages, and she don't know. And she replied to his text and say, I know you read the text, but it tells me you read it. I'm like, well, goddamn it, girl. She is really crazy. And, you know, she mad, like, you know, it's weird to me because she mad like he hasn't been in jail for 6 years, and which makes you think you're gonna come out of jail and not want to get out and have fun. That boy is gonna be a wild child for at least the first 6 months of getting out. And I don't mean gonna be out here like drinking and smoking and fucking bitches or whatever, but he's gonna be hanging out because again, he's only 24. He's only fucking 24. He's still in your early 20s. That's the time that you do hang out and have fun and party or whatever. And he said how, she got trust issues because she keep texting me and she tripping like he's gonna stay out all night. It was 11 p.m. He came home at 11 p.m. and he's like, you want to stay out all night with your stupid friends? And he like, all night. I'm like, bitch, it's 11 p.m. It was like 11:04. He came, that's 11 o'clock is not late at all. And, you're hanging out all night with because you got your freedom. I'm like, bitch, what? You upset because the man who was in prison for 6 years hung out with his friend until 11 o'clock at night. Girl, bye. And he like, you know what? If you're going to be tripping like this, I don't even know if I want to be married to you. She like, the reason you hanging out all night and, not returning my text messages, it just makes me wonder, question if you really ready for marriage. And he said, well, if you're going to be tripping like this, no, because you really tripping. Well, you know what? You can go out, hang out and be with your friends. And I'm like, but you told him to leave the house. He don't got nowhere to go. He don't have no car. She is batshit crazy. I feel like it's only going to get worse, and I can't wait to see this train wreck. And she's saying, like, now that you're out of prison, you're a whole new person. You told me I would never spend a night alone. You told me you would do all these things. Yes, bitch, he sold you a dream because y'all was in prison. He was in prison. But not only that, it ain't like in this instance he's done anything horribly wrong. You knew he was hanging out with his friend. What time did you think he would come back home? 2 p.m.? 5 p.m.? Like, what? Girl, it's only 11. So, it was crying because he told her that she was a miserable bitch and he left. And I'm like, y'all is dysfunctional. And this is like less than a week of him being out of prison. Girl, I just can't. So, next we see Lizzie and Scott. Scott is the one guy who's like 49. Lizzie's like 39 or whatever. But Lizzie looked like she's older. She looked like she's lived a little bit. But again, she also looked like she out here, thirst trapping people and out here thotting and bopping or whatever. She's in prison for a DUI and bribery, but she said that she was in jail because she got drunk and ran over someone's foot. She probably got drunk, ran over someone's foot, and then tried to bribe the police to not arrest her. Because I'm like, DUI and bribery, that's usually what it means. So, she's clearly money hungry. Let's make that clear. Because all she's talking about is money, money, money stuff. She's bringing up how, I usually have 200 pair of shoes, you know what I'm saying? And and then he brought up, yeah, we'll turn the extra bedroom to her closet. Why does she need a room to be her closet and she fresh out of prison? She don't got any clothes. Like, get that bitch 2 pair of stretch pants, a t-shirt, and some goddamn sundresses and leave it at that. Why do you need to make a whole room to her closet? But again, he's telling her what she wants to hear because this is what she wants. Then she goes into how she wants a big, huge wedding. She wants a fancy wedding dress. She wants her dress to have a 10-foot train. She wants horse-drawn carriages. And I'm like, well, bitch, who paid for all this stuff? Now, Scott is a truck driver. So he's like, I told her we'll be okay money-wise, but sometime, I get worried. Yeah, because she wants 200 pairs of shoes, a goddamn horse carriage drawn wedding, and a bedroom made to be closets full of clothes. She is treating you like a goddamn trick. You are definitely her sugar daddy. Like, and you don't even get it. And he is just so caught up in how much he cares for her. Now, Scott has a friend, and she happens to be a black woman. Scott is a white guy. And the friend is like, I think you're being dumb. I think you're being foolish. I think she's playing you. Why are you here? Because they are shopping. He spent $1,200 on clothes and said, I have to buy her clothes because she doesn't have anything. And I'm like, you stupid. And, she's asking, I'm like, can you really afford this stuff? And he kind of ignoring her even asking it. And I'm like, that means he can't afford the shit. Like, clearly he can't afford it. And the friend asked, since y'all been dating, how much money have you sent her? This fool said, well, it's been 2 years, so I sent her about $20,000. I'm like, $20,000? Who needs $20,000 in prison. Like, you should, I mean, you can't, you in a sale, like the sale like this. What did you buy for 20 grand? Like, you only can get one TV, you only can get so many snacks, and if I'm not mistaken, your account, I'm like 20,000. She's spending money hand over foot. She is consistently spending money. So she's either, I don't know what she's doing, but when he said 20 grand and two, that's 10,000 a year. That's 10,000 a year in prison, and that's almost $1,000 a month. Why do she need $1,000 a month? Like every month, like they give you food. You can buy extra food, but what the fuck is she getting? Steak and lobster? I'm like, this. I was so like, you giving her 20 grand, but your teeth ain't fixed. You gave her 20 grand, but you need a haircut. I was just like, you spending your money all wrong. And the friend was like, this is stupid. And then the clothes he bought for her, he put on his credit card. So he didn't even have the money, because when the girl said the total was $1,215 or whatever, he said, yep, put it on my credit card. Maybe I can pay for it later. You gonna go into debt fucking with this lady. And I'm just like, oh, Lord. Yeah. So that's all his whole scene was, him bad her stuff. We found out how he's stupid. She is definitely playing him. But she's still saying, like, you know, I love you. I can't wait to come home. We're going to be so happy. She was talking to his son, too. And the son, like, you can tell he, like, don't care. He, like, this is some bullshit. My dad tripping, but I ain't going to say nothing because he's my dad. When she trying to talk to him, she was talking so much, the son can get a word in edgewise. I'm like, but clearly, she catfishing that man. I mean, she who she say she is, but she catfishing for some goddamn old money. Let's be clear. So, yeah. Next, Lamar and Andrea. Andrea has low self-esteem. Let's make that clear. How do I know that? Because they at the goddamn gone. No, that's not. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, because it's already coming to my head. Andrea's getting ready to go pick Lamar up from prison. Now, first of all, I kept laughing to myself because the lady who was fixing her hair was adding tracks. She just don't look like a person who can do hair, or well, at least who can put tracks in. And it looked like she, you know how some people like know how to sew clothes? It looked like she was sewing clothes, but she was sewing the track in. It was just funny to me. And you know, she was saying how she needed more hair added to her head so that when she's in LA, she can wear a ponytail and they can't see her tracks. Girl, y'all on TV or whatever. So, you know, she on the show crying, oh, it's so hard being a single mother, and, you know, always getting judged for this, but, you know, I love him, and, you know, I prayed about it, and I feel like he's my soulmate. I think she's trying to convince other people, and also herself, because she keeps saying that. And I'm like, you don't really know that man. And she said how she realizes this is a choice that's going to change her life. Yeah, because you've been wasting time. So she was just saying how, because her friend was like, no, you should maybe think about it, pray about it, to see if you really want to bring this man into your life. She said, well, no, we've been talking for so long, you know, it's been 6 years, and, you know, if I was to not go pick him up, that would make me a horrible person. No, bitch, it will make you smart, okay? Let's leave that where it is. So, you know, we see her about to leave to go pick him up. We see her kids. They are either 5, 12, and 15. Now, her daughter, who's 12, she ain't for the shit. She like, look, she trying to get me to like somebody who I don't know and I don't care. So, bye, Mom. Have fun. I'm out. She not for the bullshit. And now she is driving 9 hours to go pick this man up from prison. And, you know, say how she just not want to let him down by not getting him from prison. You stupid girl. You real stupid girl. But you know, it is what it is. And she get there and she has to wait like outside on the road for them to bring him out like in a van or whatever. And she pacing back and forth. Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. Oh my God, I can't. And she, you know, she's hyperventilating and she's kind of going crazy. And the whole thing is she doing all this stuff. And I'm like, why the fuck is she still wearing house shoes? Like, she had house shoes on. Like, you couldn't wear regular shoes. I get if you drive and you want to drive comfortably. But once you get to your destination, put some regular ass shoes on, bitch. And so the van comes out that brings him out or whatever. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my. I mean, she was extra, baby. She was extra. Yelling and screaming. She did run up to him or whatever. He had his whole little plastic bag. And she jumped on him and they was kissing and whatnot. And he came out. He reminded me of a drug dealer or like a person from 18 years ago who was like a rapper. He came out, he had like a gold chain on, some jeans. He just looked like a rapper, or he did, and that's not even to be stereotypical, but that's what he looked like to me, bitch. And you know, she was just so. I mean, she was very happy. He was too. Okay, don't get me wrong. He was too, but he looked like he was like, let's get the fuck from out here before they change the goddamn man. Let's go. And she kissing and hugging, and he trying to walk away. She's like, no, don't let my hand go. Don't let me go. And she had to like hold on to his arm the whole time he was walking to the car. I'm like, damn girl, let him breathe. And he said how he went in when he was like 22, 23. He was saying how he feels positive now that he's out. How he's happy, he has a beautiful woman to be there with him, and how this is a whole new beginning. And he been in jail 18 years. 18 years. This man is a whole new millennium. He went in like 2000. He might even have went in 99, because this came out in 2018. So this had to have been recorded in 2017. That man been in prison since the 90s. Girl, bye. So yeah, he out and they riding off into the sunset. So the last thing that we see is James and Isla. So Isla gets her hair done basically. She admits to her parents how James has not told his parents about her being in jail yet, because he doesn't want them to judge her, of course. And you know, she goes to her own apartment to get dressed, and she's like, you know, I have all this stuff, you know, I didn't even wear anything, you know. She brings up how she gave all her money that she had made from modeling to her mom, and they had kept up her apartment, you know, all these 5 years that she had been gone. And oh my God, I have to find something to wear. I'm like, well, all your clothes is from 5 years ago, so you kind of okay. And then it's like, oh my God, I have all these shoes I didn't wear. Well, the feet look dirty, so who wore them? Okay, let's get that together. And he go and get, you know, flowers or whatever for her and for her mom, because he's gonna meet her mom later. And he gets to the house, and he brought handcuffs. And I'm like, why did you bring handcuffs, homie? You know, but you know why they brought handcuffs? Because they're gonna do some things. And you know, she's happy, he's happy, and it was weird because they were in the bedroom or whatever. Oh my God, I love you, baby. I love you too. It was like a weird porn scene, and it's like it was almost as if he was just waiting to put his hot dog in her bun. And I was like, this is like it's like a 1998 I'm a pizza delivery man porn scene, or just we neighbors and you need a cup of sugar, and can you put your cup in my sugar bowl? It was awkward for me. And I'm like, well, we know they had sex. Let's make that clear. And then the episode goes off, whatever. So, these people, I can't take it. So, next video will be up in about a couple of minutes. And yes, I don't want to do all 5 episodes in one video, because I would have to remember too much, and then it would be too long. And yeah, but it is what it is. Plus, I like to do episode by episode, because that's how I watch stuff. So yeah, I'm Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner. Peace.